Fast Track Math. In this video, we'll see how we can apply the Pythagorean Theorem in real life. So here's the formula you need to know. The Pythagorean Theorem states that in any right triangle, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse, that is the longest side opposite the right angle, and a and b are the shorter legs. So why does this formula actually matter? The Pythagorean Theorem isn't just another math equation to memorize. It's a powerful tool professionals use every single day. Builders and architects use it to measure diagonals, to ensure walls are perfectly square and structures are stable. Engineers design safe slopes, bridges, and ramps with precise angle calculations using the Pythagorean Theorem. Hikers and navigators might want to find the shortest direct route between 2 points on a map. And tech designers use it to calculate screen sizes and aspect ratios for TV, phones, and monitors. These are just some of the examples in which the Pythagorean is used in real life. So let's look at an example. A ladder is leaning against a wall. The bottom of the ladder sits 3 feet from the wall, as you can see here, and it reaches 4 feet high up the wall. So we want to find how long is the ladder. The ladder forms a right triangle with the wall and the ground. So we're looking for the hypotenuse, or in this case, the length of the ladder. So we know that A equals 3 feet, B equals 4 feet, and we need to find C. So let's set up our solution. First, write the formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. If we plug in the value, A equals 3 and B equals 4. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. Calculating the squares, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. So if we add them up, 9 plus 16 is 25. In order to find the value of C, we must take the square root of both sides. So the square root of 25 equals 5, which is the value of C. So that's it. The ladder is 5 feet long. And this makes sense because 3, 4, 5 is one of the most common Pythagorean triples you'll encounter. Let's look at another example. Imagine you're exploring a new city. Let's say you start right here and you walk 6 meters east and then turn and walk 8 meters north, but only to realize that you forgot something at your starting point. Now, how far would you travel if you walk directly back in a straight line instead of retracing your steps? So in this case, A is 6, B is 8, and you want to find the value of C, which would be your hypotenuse or the direct distance. So let's set it up. We start with the formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Substituting the value, 6 for A and 8 for B. 6 squared plus 8 squared is 36 plus 64, and that is 100. So if C squared equals 100, in order to find the value of C, you take the square root on both sides, and C is equal 10 meters. So let's verify your answer. You always need to verify your answer. So C squared plus 8 squared, is that equal to 10 squared? Yes, it is, because 36 plus 64 is 100. So now we discovered that walking directly back will actually save you 4 meters compared to retracing your steps, because originally you walked 6 meters east, 8 meters north, that was 14 meters. Whereas if you walk directly back, then you only walk 10 meters. So here's some pro tips for success. Always identify the right angle first. It's usually marked with a small square. This tells you which side is the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is always the longest side, and it sits opposite the right angle. The two other sides are A and B. And always double check your work. Plug your answer back into the formula to verify. And if both sides are equal, then you got it right. Here's some common Pythagorean triples. Certain combinations of A, B, and C appear frequently in real-life problems. 3, 4, 5 is the most common. It's perfect for quick mental math. 5, 12, 13 is often used in construction and carpentry work. 8, 15, 17 appears in larger scale engineering projects. And 7, 24, 25 is less common but still useful to recognize. Also, any multiples of these triples also works. For example, 6, 8, 10 is just 3, 4, 5 multiplied by 2. So here's your challenge. A TV measures 55 inches diagonally, that's the hypotenuse, and is 48 inches wide. So what's the height of the TV screen? So you have it here, the diagram. You can see that the hypotenuse is 55 and one of the sides is 48. So use a squared plus b squared equals c squared to find the missing side. And share your answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more.